Hey guys.
Good morning, everybody. It's another morning, and
You can flip it around, they can see the mountain.
yeah, maybe they don't want to see it. But anyway, it's another morning and another day, and with that, another day sober. It's been over 5 years since we last tried to destroy our lives. And I have to say, I mean, it feels great. I mean,
it has its ups and downs, but
yeah, it does. It really does have its ups and downs. But how many people that were like me are like me, actually get to travel and see different cities in the United States and see different views and different aspects of life. I've been in a lot of towns by now, and we've seen a lot of different homeless areas, a lot of different drug addicts, and a lot of different behaviors when it comes to when it comes to drugs. And it's I'm not gonna say it's funny, but it's crazy knowing how far I was out there getting high, that there's actually people out there that are worse off than I am or was. And now our money goes on responsible things like our insurance on 2 different vehicles, our storage, our vehicles, maintenance on our vehicles, our Wi-Fi boxes. For when we travel, we always have Wi-Fi, Verizon Wi-Fi. And dog food, and taking care of the dogs, vet bills, in which we still owe for one vet bill. Yeah. But it's hard to keep up even when you're not doing drugs. I mean, it's not that easy to just get back on top and have a $5,000 bank account even after you stop doing drugs and using your money on other things, because we still have responsibilities, and catching up is really hard to do. It's really hard to do. And a lot of people call it get back. And all I can say to that is to keep trying, and keep trying different ways.
never give up.
Yeah, never give up. And if you have a partner, and they're willing to change along with you and build something with you, then that's a good way to actually build yourselves up. Build your own empire. Plan your own ideas, and plan your future, and just do it. Just do it. Just like Nike, just do it. And sooner or later, you'll have one thing that you really wanted. Like when me and Shelly were out on the street pushing the grocery cart, we were watching videos about vans, people living in vans. Cheap rent, not having to worry about being evicted from anywhere, and all that type of stuff. So I don't want to lead anybody in the wrong direction or into something that they might regret or don't want to do. But there are downsides to van life and overlanding and things like that. But for the most part, we never ever have to worry about being out in freezing temperatures in the cold. I mean, even if the van is broken down, and it's raining outside, we have that shelter just to stay, dry anyway. And we try to plan, have propane and things like that. And, for heat, just in case, we do a lot of things, to prevent, disaster. And that's what you need to do in the same in drug addiction. Do what you have to do to prevent yourself from.
Find a hobby, find something that you enjoy doing so much that,
Come over here. Talking to
find something that you enjoy so much that it takes your mind off of it so that you're thinking of something else. For me, it was my children, a way to get them back, a way to get them away from, or be a part of their life, not necessarily get them away from their father, but to be a part of their life because that was taken from me. I'm not going to get into all that anymore because I am starting to see them now. And so, but, yeah, just find something that's going to drive you in the direction to stay clean and to keep moving forward. And for me, that was my children. And so, so I found anything and everything to keep me moving forward. That was starting my own business, starting to build that, find out what I need to start the business, starting, ways that keep moving forward in that. That was my way of trying to succeed and then to build that for my children.
Fighting for something that you want or something that you dreamed of is an excellent way to distract yourself from, being drunk. I mean, if you really want something, then, you take the time to actually do it. Just sit down for a few minutes and get into it. And, the next day or, get into it as much as you can and just keep on keeping on. And then, your interest will peak. Once you cross that certain, that certain level, then you're into it. It's like when you're dating or something like that. You meet a girl, you see a girl, you meet a girl, you start talking, and then you fall in love. Well, this is the same aspect that I'm using in order to create different ways to keep myself from going back or doing, the drugs that I loved so much. It's, I would be a liar if I said that I didn't think about it. Go ahead.
I was just getting ready to say the same thing. There's not days, there's certain nights still that I have dreams about it. It's not like it just goes away. It magically just goes away. No, but, you find other ways to move through it.
And after a while, it just becomes a figment of your imagination. It just becomes, something that was in your past that, that was a mistake. Or, you can look at it two ways. You can look at it as a mistake, or you can look at it as a
learning experience.
As a learning experience, a part of your life that, a phase that you went through in order to become a better person. That you could help and teach others, and what it's about. And see, when I lived with my grandparents for the longest when I was growing up, and they used to tell me these stories how they used to walk to school 5 miles through the woods and yada yada yada. And I was like, Granddaddy, come on. But then you learn that hey, they were young once too. When I get to telling people, my kids, my stories, they'll probably think the same thing about me. Yeah, right. We didn't do all that. And you'll have stories to tell, and it would be a great story to tell your grandkids, your kids, how you were so far down in the dumps, didn't have anywhere else to turn, and then a light just popped in your head, and you decided to go a different direction in life, and you are what you became today. And they're gonna have their troubles too, and these would be great stories for you to to inspire them to take care of themselves and become better people. So, do you have anything else to say for today?
No, I think you covered it.
Well, this is another rambling session from me, Charles. And if you feel differently and you think that there's something that I'm saying that's not exactly the case, not exactly true, well, prove me wrong. Like I always say, prove me wrong. Until the next time, take care of yourself and each other. Love you.
Bye, guys.